Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you're all here. Today's going to be kind of cool. We're going to do our best not to have a struggle bus video and lube up some of our Medfords here that are on washers with our Slickamall from OCD for EDC. First, I want to say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And thank anyone who comes in and takes the time to check out my knife, my EDC content. I appreciate you so much. I do ask, if you haven't yet and you're so inclined, if you'd please hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon. I know it's a hassle, but it really does help me out. Helps my videos get seen by more people, and it does let you know when new things happen on the channel. So what I thought we'd do is we try these one at a time. So I've got my Weehaw stubby on standby because these screws last time, if I recall correctly, were very, very tight. And I'm going to have to get my finger bit. So hold on one second. Let me get another T10. Where are you, T10? Get a T10, and then we'll get our finger bit to hold that other screw. Let's see what we got here. T10. All right. So we got a get good screwdriver, and this is a skiff finger bit. So what I do with the finger bit is I'll lock it deep down in that T10, and I get it where I can hold it. And I pull that screw out. I'll do the same on the other one. If I can't break that Loctite, which I can. It's pulling out the backside, which is okay. Don't know why it does that. But the screws are the same size, so let's see if we can get interesting. Like that's just free spinning. I don't know what that's doing. We'll see what we get, guys. All right, now we got to get our T30. I know, it seems big, doesn't it? That is what that Torx is on the newer Medfords, is a T30. I got that from the shop manager himself. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to break this apart. I see the back spacers kind of take off both sides. There we go. All right. So we've got two washers. God, they fit their parts so well. Let's see where's the back spacer. All right, so we got two washers and one washer. which is fine. I'm just going to clean up around them. I don't know why that is, but I'm not here to ask questions. They were lined up, rolling perfect, so I'm not going to question them unless I put it back together and it's janked up, which I don't think will be the case. So we're going to do a little cleanup on our washers, a little cleanup around our pivot, which is fixed. We'll clean up around our detent ball. Whoop, there's our other washer. We'll clean up around our blade. I figured they would be symmetrical. So this is an S35 VN Medford blade. You can tell that by the S. And then if we look, I used to wonder what that 110, 199 number was. Or 159, 110, 159. And what it is all their parts are part matched. 110, 159 on each of those. So that's what that is. I used to think it was serial number or something like that, which I guess in some case, since it corresponds to a part number, it may have some kind of... I don't think that's the intention of it. All right. So what we're going to do is get our slick-em-all. We're going to start over here on the pivot. With a little dab of slick-em-all. I'm going to stick our washers on, but I'm going to make little slick-em-all sandwiches. I always am guilty of overlubing. Not a lot, just a fresh cake, a fresh little bed of lube. And then since that blade's so tightly fitted, I want to put some lube on that pivot. It's more grease so it holds in place really well. Put a little lube between my washers. Drop that washer down. All right, now we're going to take our blade just a little bit of slick-em-all. On my detent ball. All right, let's see if we can slide this bad boy back on. Slide little slick-em-all on our blade. Just a little. Pop our one washer on. Get a little more slick-em-all. Make a little Oreo. I can always wipe this lube out. Now I'm just using the tip to run it around. Yeah. And finally, pop our scale back on. Whoop, we gotta get our backspacer first. Interesting. Pop that spacer through. Get our backspacer pulled up. There we go. All right. So I think what I'm going to do first is put my pivot screws back in. Not tight yet, just to hold everything in place. These screws really grab. They're very well done. The hardware is, I don't know if you saw it stick to my Weehaw bits, which is a good thing. Now I'm going to probably need my finger bit. Which I just dropped under. Get my body screws kind of tightened down, which they are. Now let's switch out our bits. Put our T10 back in our backup box. These are in my Amazon store, guys. I buy the T8s and T6s in bulk. Those are on there too, but then I always keep one of these kits in case I'm looking for a specific bit, and then I order the T30 separate. All on Amazon. All right, that's tight. Too tight. See how those screws hold? Dead nuts. Totally locked up. Slick-a-mold. Work that slick-a-mold in there. Just getting some of the extra grease off, kids. So that is the infraction lubed up. Whoops. Good thud. All right, so let's pivot and see if we have time and patience to get the MIDI Marauder apart. This one was very difficult, and we backed out on it last time. Maybe it will be more cooperative. So far, very good. I want y'all to look. I'm pulling these up here in just a second. But take a look at this hardware. Deep T8, just very well done. Alright, so my scale's coming off, so all I need to do is switch that T8 to the T30 and hope that I can get that without stripping it. Take that side off, and we can take this scale off, which will allow us, if I'm not mistaken, to get the NAF apart. See how it holds in there? Wow. Very tight. All right. I took the wrong screw off. Even though I don't need to take them both off. What are you going to do? All right. So there's that. Are we running one washer on this? Nope, two washers. Two washers. All right. Make sure we got everything we need there. Now, 110054, 110054, 110054. So we're all legit. I bought these from DLT, so I would expect them to be legit. So let's clean up the old grease. This one's also S35. My Slim MIDI Marauder is S90V. My MIDI and my infraction are S35. I have no problem with either of those. These are hard use knives, and they've done great. So let's get all our crap off there. I'm probably going to clean some crap off these screws, just because they seem to have a little Loctite embedded on them. A very sloppy Loctite job, which could have been me, so I'm not going to... I could have taken this apart and not remember it, but okay. So let's take our washers, get them cleaned up, and then we will start stacking, and we will be done, hopefully, very soon, because I've taken too long. But we've done two knives, guys. So hopefully you guys will find this helpful if you're ever taking your knives apart. And a lot of these knives, especially these titanium frame locks, they're going to be all very, very similar. The pivot in a lot of cases will come out. Now, American pivots can be done a little differently, like this one is here, which I kind of like. All right, so I'm going to take my Slick-O-Maw. Get a little small bead that I'll then work around with my tip. Pull it around. Then I'll get a little Slick-O-Maw on my post That'll come in handy later. Put my first washer down. Whoops, it's got a dog hair on it, cat hair. Slide down there. The tolerances are exceptional on this knife. Absolute A for tolerance. Alright, get that good and greased up. Throw another one on there. With a little more lube. It's actually going to go against our blade. So we will take our detent, ball, a lot of heavy grease on there, and we will wiggle that bad boy down in place because it is very, very tight, which is a good thing. Put a little slick 'em all on our blade. Cut down that friction. One washer. Push that down. A little more there. Pull it around. Make sure I didn't get it in my pivot. Better safe than sorry. Alright, so I'm going to line up my back spacers. And probably pop this in. And then pop this in while we're here. I always go backwards first so as to not cross thread. Then we want to T10. Uh-oh, we got a problem. There's a problem, Houston. I know y'all see it. So I left the washer off this side, I believe. We will see, guys. We will see. I think we're good on that side. I think it's this side. That blade is so tight. Yeah, we just have one washer there and two on the other side. So I need to add a little goo. Not much. I've already gooed it, I think. Push that up, pull it around, pop our washer on. Second washer, push it down, smooch it around, and back to the drawing board, guys. Sorry about that. That was an unexpected, unnecessary hold up. That shit just happens sometimes. So I'm going to go back and try my pivot again. On that side. just to tighten it up, hold it in place. Get our other pivot. Screw, I want to hold that in place. I can come back and Loctite it if it ever wants to walk on me. Now I'm going to switch out my bits. Grab a T10 body screw. Line that up. T10 body screw. Those barrels are designed a little different here than on the Infraction. I've noticed they're more independent, where you don't need to use the double-sided bit like I thought I would. Alright, so I've got my body screws back. Check the other side. I always check my clip when I'm doing hardware. Not as tight as I'd like it to be. And like I said, I can go back in and Loctite these as I need to. Let's get our... We got no side to side. Let's see, that might be too tight already. No side to side. There's torque down. Just perfectly tight, but not torqued. Dead nut centered. No side to side. Guys, that's one of the beauties of a washer knife. And we talk about action. When you get good phosphorus bronze washers and you get a heavy enough blade and you get good slick 'em all, good lubrication, you keep it clean, you work it out, it's a mad win. So guys, that was 2 successful little maintenance upgrades on our Medford Infraction and our Medford MIDI Marauder. Thanks to our buddy Justin and his product Slick 'em All, which is this stuff right here. You can get on the OCD for EDC website. I'll leave a link. I don't have an affiliate link, but we all know Justin. We know it's good stuff. If you want to grab some when it's in stock, I will leave a link. It lasts forever. You saw how little I used. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you check my Amazon store, you'll see the Weehaw stuff. You'll see the little stubby driver. This driver was sent to me from Get Good Screw. I really, really appreciate them for trusting in me and doing that. I love it. I'm a huge fan. What have I done here? T10. So is that T8? T6. I want to go T6, T8, T10. That's my OCD, guys. I apologize. So thank you, Get Good Screw, for the awesome screws. KPL hooked me up with a little touchers there. So guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're watching this today, which I think will be Friday afternoon, I think that's when I'm going to release this. If you're watching it on Friday afternoon, stop by Friday Night Flicks tonight. Love to see you guys. Love each and every one of you. Thank you again. If you've watched this long and you haven't yet, gosh, what can I say? Please subscribe. But mainly, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. And always choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Be up. Thanks, Joe Isabella. Peace.